Wednesday the 10th of April, 2024. First reading. Reading from the book of Acts. The high priest intervened with all his supporters from the party of the Sadducees. Prompted by jealousy, they arrested the apostles and had them put in the common jail. But at night the angel of the Lord opened the prison gates and said as he led them out, "Go and stand in the temple and tell the people all about this new life." They did as they were told. They went into the temple at dawn and began to preach. When the high priest arrived, he and his supporters convened the Sanhedrin. This was the full Senate of Israel, and sent to the jail for them to be brought. But when the officials arrived at the prison, they found they were not inside. So they went back and reported, "We found the jail securely locked and the warders on duty at the gates. But when we unlocked the door, we found no one inside." When the captain of the temple and the chief priests heard this news, they wondered what this could mean. Then a man arrived with fresh news. At this very moment, he said, "The men you imprisoned are in the temple. They are standing there preaching to the people." The captain went with his men and fetched them. They were afraid to use force in case the people stoned them. Responsorial Psalm. This poor man called, and the Lord heard him. I will bless the Lord at all times, his praise always on my lips. In the Lord my soul shall make its boast. The humble shall hear and be glad. This poor man called, and the Lord heard him. Glorify the Lord with me. Together let us praise his name. I sought the Lord, and he answered me. From all my terrors he set me free. This poor man called, and the Lord heard him. Look towards him and be radiant. Let your faces not be abashed. This poor man called, the Lord heard him, and rescued him from all his distress. This poor man called, and the Lord heard him. The angel of the Lord is encamped around those who revere him, to rescue them. Taste and see that the Lord is good. He is happy who seeks refuge in him. This poor man called, and the Lord heard him. Gospel acclamation. Alleluia, alleluia. Christ has risen and shone upon us, whom he redeemed with his blood. Alleluia. Gospel. Reading from the book of John. Jesus said to Nicodemus, God loved the world so much that he gave his only Son, so that everyone who believes in him may not be lost, but may have eternal life. For God sent his Son into the world, not to condemn the world, but so that through him the world might be saved. No one who believes in him will be condemned, but whoever refuses to believe is condemned already, because he has refused to believe in the name of God's only Son. On these grounds is sentence pronounced, that though the light has come into the world, men have shown they prefer darkness to the light, because their deeds were evil. And indeed, everybody who does wrong hates the light and avoids it, for fear his actions should be exposed. But the man who lives by the truth comes out into the light, so that it may be plainly seen that what he does is done in God. Gospel of the Lord.